So I told you guys that I had my suspicions that Cheryl Blossom and Jason Blossom might be lovers. Well, now I'm gonna prove it. What's going on, YouTube? So I think we can all agree that the relationship between Cheryl Blossom and Jason Blossom has always been portrayed as a pretty weird and odd-looking relationship. You know, at first I couldn't put my finger on it. But you know, when I first started watching this show, one thing that I distinctly remember is that I thought that Cheryl Blossom and Jason Blossom, I thought that they were girlfriend and boyfriend. And I thought that because of the opening scene. I mean, that whole vibe that they had going on, it didn't really strike me as a brother-sister kind of vibe. I don't know about you guys, but that was definitely not the vibe I was getting. So in this video, I'm gonna give you guys clues and hints that points to the very big probability that Jason Blossom and Cheryl Blossom were more than just brother and sister. Clue number 1. The first time that Jason and Cheryl were shown, there was a love song that was playing in the background with the words, and I quote, "Tell me I'm your baby and you'll never leave me. Tell me that you'll kiss me." Now, I don't know about you guys, but I think that's a pretty damn awkward and weird song to play when showing a brother and sister on screen. I know I don't talk to my sister that way. And are we really supposed to believe that this was a mere coincidence? Or should we just believe the more likely scenario that the writers had this song playing for a reason? Now, we can all speculate to what that reason may be, which is exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm sorry, but this is just not a very appropriate song to be playing in any circumstance other than to portray a girlfriend and a boyfriend, or at the very least, two lovers on screen. Hint number 2. And I just kind of already alluded to this. The opening scene had a very romantic vibe to it. And they were even holding each other's hands when walking to the boat. So they are either really close siblings, or possibly, just maybe, something more. Hint number 3. Cheryl referred to Jason as her soulmate. Now, allow me to read you the definition of soulmate. And I quote, "A person with whom you have an immediate connection the moment you meet. A connection so strong that you are drawn to them in a way that you never experienced before. As this connection develops over time, you experience a love so deep, so strong and complex, that you begin to doubt that you've ever truly loved anyone prior." Really now? Now, I love my family and everything, but I'm not sure that I would quite call any of them my soulmate. That's typically a word that you only see thrown around when talking about two people in a romantic sense. That's not usually, if ever, a word that you use to describe you and another family member. I'm just saying. Hint and clue number 4. When Betty told Veronica the story of Jason and Polly, and she said that they used to date, Cheryl got extremely offensive and said, and I quote,
I wouldn't say dated.
Now, why did she get so offensive and visually bothered? Just for Betty stating what I think is the obvious at this point, which is the fact that Polly and Jason did date. And not only did they date, but now we know that they were engaged. So why was Cheryl so quick to shrug off that statement? Almost as if she was bothered or disgusted by it. I don't know. Hint and clue number 5. Jason and Cheryl drank from the same shake, like you typically see with a lot of couples. Now, this is something else you just don't do with people that you're not romantically or sexually involved with. I've never even done this with somebody that I did date, let alone my own damn sister. Now, at this point, I am sure of one or two things. Either one, Jason and Cheryl definitely are more than just brother and sister, and my suspicions on them being sexually or romantically involved are correct, or the writers are definitely without question trying to make us think that just to throw us off to whatever is really going on. I am 100% completely convinced of that. The only question for me is, which one of these two is the correct answer? Hint and clue number 6. We get to see visual proof that Cheryl is attracted to Archie, and we know this by the way that she bit her lips while looking at him and telling him that he can have whatever he wants from her. Now, why does this matter? Well, because who does Archie look very, very similar to? Jason Blossom. And for anyone who doubts this fact, Cheryl's own mother admitted that Archie looks very similar to Jason in episode 5. I'm just saying, people. The more I connect the pieces, the more clear that this puzzle is becoming. In the last hint or clue, after Cheryl's mom caught Cheryl sleeping in Jason's bed and told her to never do it again, she said it in the way that obviously implies that Cheryl always does it. And then she told Cheryl that she wouldn't be speaking at his memorial because she doesn't trust Cheryl to not humiliate the family. Now, this piece of evidence all by itself probably isn't that strong, but when you combine it with everything else on this list, it's hard to simply gloss over at this moment as a non-issue. Is it not? Now, there were other minor moments throughout the episodes that I did not put on this list, just because I thought that my list was good enough without the reaching, without putting every little minor thing on the list. Because if I did do that, I would have at least 5 or 6 more clues. But I think that this list is more than strong enough to at least plant the real possibility in all of your minds that Jason Blossom and Cheryl Blossom may have been lovers. Now, just to be clear, I'm not stating this as a fact, obviously, but this is just my very strong and humbled opinion based off all of the evidence that I gathered through 5 episodes. Now, knowing this show though, like I said in previous videos, this show intentionally tries to lead you down certain paths, just for those paths to be dead ends. But until I see evidence on the contrary, this is what I strongly believe to be the case. But this is just one of my theories regarding this wacky show. I have others that I may and probably will make a video about one day. But let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comment section below, and let me know about any theories that you guys may have. But I'm done talking. If you guys enjoyed this video, you know what to do. But as always, until next time.